Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the Virginia College Exploration for All Virginia Students, sponsored by the Virginia Association of Collegiate Registrars and Admissions Counselor and StriveScan. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are off so the panelists cannot see or hear you. This is just one of the many different sessions happening, so be sure to check out the full schedule at strivescan.com/Virginia. This presentation will be recorded and available within about a week at the same website, strivescan.com/Virginia. I would like to turn it over to our presenters, and thank you for joining us.
Hello, my name is Savannah, and I am Assistant Director for Operations at Briar College. I hope you are all doing well, and we are really excited that you all are joining us here today. We're going to talk about how easy it is to transfer your credits into a private institution, and I have with me representatives from Hollins, Randolph, and University of Lynchburg as well. We just want to go ahead and say to start, please feel free to screenshot anything that you see at any time that makes things easier for you to keep up with. Our panelists today are Madeline Aliff, who is at Hollins, Penelope Doss at Randolph College, Susan at University of Lynchburg, and again, I am Savannah at Briar. So thank you all for joining us. We're each going to take you through a portion of this today, so you'll get to see everyone and hear from everyone. We're going to get started with some basic information about transferring, go through the application process and things that you need to know there, financial aid and how you can afford to transfer, general tips, just good things to know, and then some details about each one of our individual schools to give you a heads up on us. And then we'll take any questions that haven't been answered during the chat throughout the presentation. So do feel free, if you've got a question, to drop it in the chat. But if you want to wait until the end, we'll also take questions at the end. So I'll get us started and take you through some of the basic things that you want to know about about transferring. First, you always want to think about how many of my credits transfer, how many of them are going to transfer. Most institutions do have a cap on how many credits they'll allow you to transfer in. We'll each go through that when we talk about our individual schools, but just keep in mind that you're not going to necessarily be able to transfer everything in depending on how long you've been in. Most schools cap it somewhere between 60 and 80 credit hours, so that you usually have to do a year and a half to 2 years at another school that you're transferring into. But for the most part, if you're taking them at a regionally accredited college, if you're in good academic standing, if you're in good financial standing, all of those are going to transfer for you. And where they'll transfer, varies a little bit from college to college. But if you have done a year of community college or a year at another school, you're probably going to come in as a sophomore academically. If you have done a couple years of early college, you'll come in as a junior usually academics wise, but you'll be treated as a first year student socially because you've never lived on a college campus as a student before. So your academic standing varies a little bit. All of us who are here today offer free transfer credit evaluations, so you can see exactly where your courses are going to go and what standing you'll have if you take the time to do that. And that just requires sending in a college transcript to work with our registrars. So we each have a slightly different way to do that, but all of us are happy to do that for you so you can see exactly where you would be. You will be eligible for scholarships. All of us offer merit scholarships to transfer students. Those range a little bit depending on your academic standing when you come in and things like that. We have a few others that are available. We'll all take you through those as well. But yes, you are eligible for scholarships. You are eligible for financial aid. Penelope will tell you more about financial aid specifically later, but yes, you're eligible for scholarships. Don't feel like that cost that you see at the beginning is everything. If you want to take honors courses, you're usually going to be invited to be part of that from the very get-go, but sometimes you can opt in if you weren't invited. One of the biggest things, and we'll talk about this a little bit more, financial aid as well, is all of us are private colleges. Sometimes private colleges have what you think of as a sticker price, and we look to be more expensive than we actually are. All of us offer competitive merit scholarships. You're not going to be paying a full sticker price. We are affordable. And so when you start getting your financial aid packages for the schools that you are applying to, just be sure that you're comparing apples to apples. So if one school costs $60,000 a year, another one costs $20,000 a year, then yes, your scholarships are going to be dramatically different for those two schools. But what is your bottom line after that? So we just want to encourage you. It's affordable. It's easy to transfer into private schools. And we're happy to help you with any questions that come up during that process. So again, we offer free transfer credit evaluations. All of us do that, and we really want you to reach out and take advantage of that so you can see exactly where you'll be coming in as. All right, Madeline, take us through the application process.
Absolutely. Yes, my name is Madeline Aliff. I work at Hollins University. I'm going to do just a brief overview of the application process. Each one of us are going to go into a little bit more detail about each of our schools. So again, just kind of a broad process here. Of course, the first step is going to be applying. You're going to want to apply online through the school's application or the common application. I know for all of us, we use the common application. Some schools do charge an application fee. Again, for the 4 schools on this presentation, we do not require any application fee. Of course, in addition to your application, you want to submit your supporting documents. So as Savannah mentioned, you can send an unofficial transcript, so your college transcript for that evaluation, as well as for the application process for us to review. Some schools might require a letter of recommendation or test scores as well, so you'll just want to be sure to submit all those supporting documents. Of course, the application deadlines are going to be really important as well. You want to apply on time. A lot of schools wait to release decisions until maybe a certain date. While other schools are rolling admission. And so again, many of us on here are rolling admission, which basically means as you submit your application and you submit all of your supporting documents, you normally have a decision within a few weeks. So it's a pretty quick process. Of course, for fall 2021, you can go ahead and submit those applications and get that ball rolling. If you haven't done so, of course, we're all going to talk about visiting each of our institutions and what that might look like. But of course, if you're accepted, those next steps, you definitely want to get a bigger sense of the community and the school and what they have to offer. So visit campus, whether that's in person or of course virtually, is definitely an option during these times. You're going to want to engage and ask questions with folks on campus. That might be a professor or some coaches or just prospective students. Definitely want to review financial aid, which we're going to go into more detail next. We know that that's definitely an important part of the process. And then when you're ready to commit, you're going to pay your enrollment deposit and look forward to the fall. So again, let's go a little bit more detail into financial aid.
All right, thanks, Madeline. This is Penelope from Randolph College. We'll talk a little bit about financial aid. Of course, paying for college is a very important part of the decision. So we just wanted to go over that with you a little bit. Be sure to maximize your financial aid award by completing the FAFSA, which is the free application for federal student aid. Submit the FAFSA early. It opens October 1st, so there's no reason to put it off, and send it to all of the colleges that you're applying to. You can send it up to 10 colleges at a time. And if you need to send it to more, then you would log back in, remove some schools and add new schools and resubmit. Very simple. Financial aid is not one size fits all. You may have a special circumstance. I mean, we're all individual people and we all lead different lives. You may be a veteran, you may not be a US citizen, you may be a parent, so you may have children already, you may have an adult child in college yourself. So all of these unique situations can affect your financial aid. And it means that a financial aid counselor needs to work with you one-on-one to get you the most aid. There's quite a few scholarships and different grants out there for all these different situations. So be sure to ask questions and be honest. Ask for help. Your admission counselor is not just someone trying to get you to go to their college. We are your advocate. We actually get to know you and care about you and we do want you to go to our school, but we also want that experience to be a great experience. So please ask questions and let people know, let your admission counselor or the financial aid office know if you need help. There's a lot of documents involved in getting financial aid. Be sure to turn all those documents in a timely manner. Please don't be the person that makes us chase after you to get things done. You will be getting a lot of emails from a lot of different departments at your new college. Be sure you respond to those and read those. It's all very important information. And this helps this process go much smoother for you as a transfer student. We don't want you to get stressed out because things are not getting done. We try and give you plenty of time to get them done. So please work on that. Apply for outside scholarships. You can do that now. You can do that throughout the year. You can do that every single weekend. You can wait till Christmas break, but do apply for those. It's a great source of funding. There's also loans is another way that many people pay for college. There's student loans, parent loans, private loans. And of course, there's the Virginia Transfer Grant, which means that students who went to a Virginia community college and then go to a Virginia private school could be eligible for a transfer grant. So be sure to ask. Oh, and I'm going to turn it over to Susan from University of Lynchburg.
Hello, everybody. Thank you, Penelope. So I'm just going to give you a few tips for transferring, especially when you want your credits to transfer in. The best person to get to know is your academic advisor. They are most often the first person you talk to on campus as a student, and they will know how to come up with a pathway or a curriculum plan for you. With that being said, you need to be on top of your schedule. As a transfer student, you should know what credits you need, what credits you have, and how many you're going to need to graduate from your new school. You know, people make mistakes. I use this example every time I do one of these panel presentations. But my daughter, she was a community college student and took a class over the summer. And then when she went to her 4-year school this past fall, she found out that she had a public speaking class on her schedule, which she had already taken over the summer at the community college. So she had to go to the registrar's office, drop that class, and pick up something different. Just make sure you're not duplicating credits, and be in charge of it. Make sure you have a map it out, and make sure you know what you take each semester so that you can graduate on time. This is a new beginning, so do some goal setting. Set some short and long-term goals to work towards your new school. Some short-term goals would be, hey, I want to make all B's this semester. Long-term goal could be you want to get your bachelor's degree. And the other thing is hang in there. It is tough to transfer. It can be scary and it can be frustrating, but hang in there. You'll be given a great education with new opportunities. You know, it does take a couple months to get yourself acclimated, but you certainly can do it and it's worth the wait. And here's some of my social tips for transferring. So definitely get involved, say yes, take opportunities to go out with new people, participate in campus activities and events. If there's a Spanish club meeting and you like Spanish, go to that. If they are having a transfer student lunch, make sure you go to that. If they're giving out cupcakes in the common area, go to that. And reach out to people. The best way to make friends is to reach out to new people. If you're in the dining hall and you see someone eating alone, go up and introduce yourself. If you live in the dorms, knock on the door next to you and introduce yourself. Most times people are going to be appreciative that you are reaching out. Get a job, an on-campus job is another great idea. An on-campus job has many benefits. One is that your supervisor will most likely know your schedule and work around any tests and projects that you might have in school. But also it is a way to get to know the campus really well, where the resources are, who the staff are, and even will help you get to know students too. Again, I can't stress this enough, take advantage of school events. If there's a basketball game going on, please go out and go to that. I think that those are the kinds of things you need to do to get yourself acclimated. Orientation, I know that all of our schools hold orientations. At Lynchburg, they are at the week before school starts, but it's an opportunity for you to get to meet other transfer students and also to learn about your school. We do lots of fun things like an amazing race game. We do some community service. So you find out where your classes are, that kind of thing. So make sure you go to your orientation. And most importantly, visit. Make sure you do your homework, tour and visit us. We're all welcoming visitors on campus, and you definitely don't want to have to transfer again.
All right, thank you. And now to lead perfectly right in from what Susan was just saying, all of us are open for visits. So I'm going to let Madeline start off and tell us about Hollins, visiting, and other details.
Absolutely. So yes, Hollins University, we're located in Roanoke, Virginia, so Southwest Virginia. We are a smaller private all-women's institution. And so this slide just has some information specific for our transfer students. You're going to find a lot of opportunity for financial aid and scholarship. And so we guarantee at least $20,000 annually in merit scholarship. So every single admitted transfer student is going to get at least $20,000. In addition to that, so stacked on top of that 20,000, and that can be up to 25 based on academics. We have PTK members offering an additional 2,000. Our CCAP students, those would be our local students at Virginia Western with the 3.0, we offer an additional 3,000, but we're also offering anywhere from $500 to $1,000 visit grant. That visit grant, all you have to do is visit campus by May 1st, and you would get, again, this scholarship in addition to those other financial aid opportunities. So we do a great job of making it affordable. You'll see here too, we have a guaranteed admission agreement for any student with a 2.5 GPA or higher. As we've stated prior, we will look at your transfer credit evaluation prior to admission. So you can send an unofficial transcript and we will review that so you know exactly how your credits will transfer. And we take up to 64 credits. Of course, with the application process, we are rolling admission, as I mentioned, free application. You can apply as early as now. You can wait until April or May. Again, we definitely will work with you throughout this entire process. We have a handful, so over 30 different majors, multiple pre-professional programs. We find that most common for our transfer students, education, business, psychology, but again, biology and English are definitely high on there as popular major and opportunities. But hopefully you'll have a chance to come visit. We are offering a virtual transfer day actually tomorrow. And so hopefully you've gotten information about that, but you're more than welcome to reach out as well. And again, virtual or in person, we're happy to help.
All right, Penelope, what about Randolph?
Thank you. Hi, again, it's Penelope from Randolph College. Randolph College is really excited to announce that for the 2021-2022 school year, we have a new curriculum, which is called Take Two. Students will take 2 classes at a time for 7 weeks, making 4 classes for the semester. So it's the same number of credits, but only 2 classes at a time. And we're super excited about that opportunity. It gives students the chance to have a day off in the week where they could work, do internships, rest, study, catch up, what have you. So super excited about that. We do offer a guaranteed admission for all students with a GPA of 2.5 and up. You can transfer up to 68 credits, and we do have individual academic advising and credit evals offered to each transfer student. And that is before you make a commitment. So you'll know exactly what's transferring, your class standing, and classes that you need to take for the major you're interested in. Our financial aid office works with each and every student and family to help make college affordable. 100% of incoming students with need are offered additional aid. So the FAFSA is highly encouraged for all students. We do have grants from the National Science Foundation. It's over $1 million. It's a lot of grant money. So our students in the hard sciences and physical sciences are eligible to receive grant money to help them through school. So that's an exciting thing that this is the 3rd time I believe we've gotten that grant. Our most popular major at Randolph is biology. We do have 30 majors and 43 minors and 3 graduate programs. We're having visits every day, Monday through Saturdays, and virtual visits. We have some online and recorded tours as well. And we have an admission event coming up November 14th. It's our drive-through campus. We're actually narrating a tour through campus in your car. So please join us.
All right, thank you, Penelope. My name again is Savannah and wanted to tell you a little bit about Sweet Briar. So Sweet Briar is another small private women's college. We have about 20 different programs of study, including pre-med, pre-vet, and pre-law. We also have an ABET accredited engineering program. That's one of our most popular programs. Engineering, English and creative writing, psychology, and business. Those are some of our most popular programs. We are highly residential, so we guarantee housing for all 4 years. You're also allowed to have a car for all 4 years. And as far as transferring in, we also guarantee transfer if you have at least 2.5 GPA and associate's degree with a transfer track. Also, if you come in with a transfer track that's going to fulfill all of our core program requirements, we no longer have a Gen Ed program. We have 10 courses that students take over the course of 4 years, but you would have those waived if you come in with a transfer track. Otherwise, you may be taking some of those, but not all those, depending on the different courses that you come in with. They're really great. They're topical, they're relevant. They focus on skills and problem solving for the 21st century. So unlike some schools, instead of just taking English 101 to learn how to write, you're taking the mindful writer, you're learning all those writing skills, but you're also studying quite a few other things, not just English. We are rolling admissions like everyone else here, so you can apply basically at any time. If you're thinking of transferring in for one of us for the spring, I would urge you to go ahead and get those applications in. But if you're looking for next fall, you've got plenty of time, although the earlier you get started, the happier we are to help and get everything moving along. There's no application fee for us. We take our own application as well as the Common App. And we do, as I said earlier, free transfer credit evaluations. We do cap the number of credit hours that you can come in with at 60 credit hours. And that leaves you usually about 2 years to complete your education. We offer up to $10,000 in transfer scholarships, and those are renewable as long as you're in good standing. They're based on your academic background, on what you've performed so far in school. We also offer Phi Theta Kappa scholarships and the Virginia Transfer Grants, and we do apply need aid based on your FAFSA form. So it is integral to get that FAFSA form done. Even if you think you wouldn't qualify, as Penelope was saying, please go ahead and do that. That is the only way, if there's extra money available, to be able to award that and make it possible to do lots of things. As I said, we guarantee housing if you're under the age of 24. We require you to live on campus, but otherwise we have a few different options available. So if you have a slightly different family situation, we can work with you. And then we are open for visits as well. So we have personalized virtual tours like everyone here, but we're also open Monday through Friday for in-person visits, and on some Saturdays, of course, with social distancing and mask and behaving. We're also open on November 14th. We're having an open house, so we would love for you to register and come up for that. We're taking lots of safety protocols to make sure that everyone is safe and can be part of that. And we are also offering virtual chat. So if you wanted to chat with one of us one-on-one, you can set up an appointment to do that as well. So that is us in a nutshell, and I will go ahead and turn it over to Susan to talk about University of Lynchburg.
Hello, everybody. So we have merit scholarships too, and we're also in Lynchburg, Virginia. And this spring we have merit scholarships up to 21.5. We have done a tuition reset, so tuition will be lower in the fall of 21. We have a transfer scholarship day, which is another opportunity for students to receive an additional $3,500 per year. We also have transfer STEM scholarships for students that major in science and math and have a GPA of 3.0. You can receive an additional $2,500. We also won a grant with the National Science Foundation called the Noise Scholarship. Is for students who are interested in teaching math or science in high school or middle school, and that grant is $10,000 to $20,000 per year for 2 years. There's the link to our scholarship page. But we also too have rolling admission and a free application. Our minimum GPA is a 2.0. 100% of our students get scholarships and financial aid. We are taking visitors Monday through Saturday. You can come here in person, but I am also doing appointments on November 11th. So if you'd like to do a virtual appointment, please shoot me an email. The other thing that makes us stand out a little bit is we have direct admit pathways to our physical therapy program and our physician's assistant masters, in addition to our MBA, athletic training, and a few other educational programs. But lots of good things going on at all 4 of our schools. Please come and visit us. I think if you come visit one, you can come and visit the other 3. So I think you'll definitely find somewhere that you could call home.
All right. And thank you, Susan. And just as she was saying, it is incredibly easy to come up and see all of us. So we are all located here with these stars. You've got Hollins over here, Sweet Briar here in the pink, University of Lynchburg, and Randolph are here together. So it's very easy for you to come and visit all of us. Again, Hollins and Sweet Briar are both women's only institutions. So maybe come see us one day and pick another day and go see Randolph and University of Lynchburg together. Again, it would be very easy to come see all of us in a couple of days and really be able to explore, see what we can offer. So not far away at all, and we would love for you to come visit. Again, we are all offering visits So we want to stop now. Again, if you want to reach out to any of us later, we would love to reach out and chat with you. Here is all of our individual contact information. So please don't hesitate. If you want to ask questions about one of our individual schools, you can get in touch with us individually. But if you have any questions right now, we're happy to take your questions now while we're all here. So do we have any questions in the chat, Penelope?
I think it's just us.
Right. We do not yet have any questions.
Yeah, but you know what? They're recording this, right? So someone can go back and look at it.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you all for joining us. We really appreciate you taking a few minutes to be here with us and hear what we have to say. Again, we're all happy to work with you individually. We're all happy to have you come visit our schools. And we're going to turn it back over to our organizer since we don't have any questions. Tiffany, thank you so much.
You are very welcome. I will leave this on the question slide just in case those that are watching the recording can see your information. Thank you so much, panelists. That was really awesome. I just want to say that for those that will watch this later, we at StriveScan appreciate any feedback that you can give us. This was just one of many sessions being hosted this fall, so you're welcome to visit strivescan.com/Virginia. In about a week, you'll be able to view this session's recording as well as many other recordings at strivescan.com/Virginia. Thank you. Thank you, panelists, so much. And you all have a great fall and take care.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.